My pork tenderloin with a spicy rhubarb glaze and spring onions, kind of charred, actually. Spring onions.
What a great idea.
Peak season is March to end of May.
Okay.
You got to peel it, right?
Yep.
But choose the small ones. It's less stringy. It's a kind of a flavor you have to go and chase. That's why you put it usually with strawberries, because it helps enhance the flavor. This is very simple. I've taken a bunch of stalks, peeled them, and I've just sauteed some onions in butter and let them go down and get soft 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm gonna make the glaze. This is so simple. Pomegranate juice. Already your wheels are turning, Alex, I can tell.
I love you.
Honey.
Is that from Ted's rooftop garden?
This is from Ted's rooftop honey farm. Soy sauce.
Ooh.
Pepperoncini. Chili flakes.
So you're gonna have a little sweet and spicy moment.
Yeah, a little salt and a little pepper. Let it hang out there. Buzz it up, everything. And there's your glaze right here. Look how beautiful that color is.
No straining, no nothing.
You can strain it if you want, but I prefer not straining because this is gonna go on a beautiful piece of pork. Now, let's start our onions. These are spring onions. I love these. They don't come around long, but they're fantastic. It's just, I look at them and I start to think, okay, yeah, I'm a chef. This is what chefs use. You know, I grab them, even though I grab way too many, but they're just fantastic. So I'm just gonna cut them in half like this, lengthwise, and you put them on a tray. Generous amount of olive oil. You get a very hot griddle. I have a very hot griddle. You don't want a spring onion al dente. You don't want any onion al dente. This has to be like a char, like you would char this and put it on a taco or something. It's got to be, it's got that burnt taste is where you really want it. I put a little smoked sea salt.
You've been going crazy with that.
Oh, I love this stuff.
You love it.
Very generous amount of salt, a generous amount of pepper, right? And then on to a very hot grill.
Let's say you can't find spring onions. You can go with
anything.
Scallions,
green onions, whatever you want. Love it. Okay, very hot grill, and just pop them on like that. Now, I'm gonna show you what happens. If you just take a look, they get really funky and soft quickly, but you wanna get the char first. If you don't have the char, you're not gonna have the flavor. So it's really important that you have that flavor. You can see what we have here. Look at these. So, look at this, you see? So they've given up. And they have to give up like that. And then I just put them right on this tray.
I love the super charred bite.
Yeah,
it's great. It's like a noodle.
And the texture of these are so good because you do have those crispy, crunchy bites.
But it's soft, and that's the key to this. So don't rush these. Okay, so we got that going. We got our puree here. Time for our pork. The oven's up 450 for about 10 minutes. It's a two-step process, but I hate to say that because it sounds like it's complicated. It's not. All right. So we're gonna put a little salt.
It's not complicated?
It's not complicated.
I love that phrase.
You know, and I just say, it's not complicated, so come on over and let's have dinner.
Oh!
Wow. Okay, salt and pepper, generous. This is a meager tasting piece of pork. While it's delicious and simple to make, you need to add flavor to this because it's not that fat. It's the tenderloin of pork.
You're going to town, brother.
And the tenderloin is a pretty inexpensive cut as well.
So a little olive oil on top of this. We're gonna put it in blast it in our oven, okay?
So you're just gonna roast this right like that?
450, 10 minutes. Okay. Bottom oven.
Yes, Alex. He answered you with his oven.
And then we're gonna turn the oven down. Take it out after 10 minutes, turn it down to 325. This is our first basting period. So I'm not going for color here.
No.
I'm going for flavor and the glaze. And then we just paint this baby like that, very simple.
Oh.
And don't forget what's in here. It's the chili and the pomegranate really helps the chili get to the finish line. And it also helps the rhubarb taste like rhubarb, just like strawberry. So this is rhubarb's friend. I'm gonna glaze it a couple times, and I'm gonna put it in there, and I put the oven down strategically low, because I don't want it to overcook. This cooks very fast. And like I said, there's no fat in that, and you gotta, like, watch it. Okay, internal temperature is the only thing I go by. I don't go by size, weight, minutes per pound, none of that, because nothing works, and I can't tell anybody at home if it's really cooked until they bring it out, and the thermometer inside is 140.
That's it, no more.
Then, okay, so I'm gonna put it back at 325, baste it one more time, out it comes. Here she is, there she blows.
Oh, rhubarbalicious.
Shmla. Okay, so I'm gonna put just maybe a touch more of this on top, just to shine.
Pretty color, too, you know?
Beautiful. So just gonna,
you know, it's
like
like a big
one
hot
here.
dog.
Yeah, Jeffrey's gonna go and say this serves 4 and it's looking like a single serving.
Yeah, it does. I can eat a whole pork tenderloin.
Do you think the chef always does that? Cuts the first slice and eats it while they're cutting?
I
Don't you think that's
I mean,
what
I
you
think
should
you
gotta give
should,
it right.
Yeah.
Always.
It's
So
like the tax. I made this. And,
half inch. I just want to show you one of the
tax is
end
gonna be,
piece.
I
See how
get
that
the
is?
end
You
piece.
see that? How perfect that is?
Perfect.
That's pinkish.
Okay, that's what you're looking for. Okay? And so I just shingle it, like this presentation-wise.
Sammy the shingle.
Now these beautiful, messy, unruly, gorgeous, sweet onions. Look at that. They're springy, they're sweet, they're charred. Oh,
When
yeah.
you think about it, the pork tenderloin is not charred. It's delicate in flavor. The rhubarb is like tart sweet, and then you have the char.
Perfect. You know, none of us wanted rhubarb, and you're like, you're stealing the show with rhubarb, Geoffrey. It's kind of rude.
And
Leave it to Geoffrey.
We're gonna put some almonds on that for crunch. Gotta have some crunch and texture. And just to remind everybody, on the plate, I always like to put a little roadmap of what you're actually eating. So you know you have rhubarb, so you wanna taste it. Maybe if it's not in the glaze, you can't quite taste it. Just like a bit on the side. Never on top of the meat, there's enough in the meat. So if you wanna run through it, you can get it. And just because Jeff has gone out of his way to grow beautiful herbs from his garden, I'm gonna just put
Still kicking back
a
there.
few sprigs
Still kicking.
of fresh mint, which I think really works nicely
Very spring.
with the rhubarb. And there you have it. It should
Geoffrey,
be good enough.
this is very spring, very casual for you. I like it.
The pork is, at 140, trust me, the pork's gonna be perfect. You can't ruin it. Really important to char those spring onions. That makes the entire dish. The rhubarb's there, hit and clean up. Spicy, delicious.